Okay, so we're already here. I'm gonna show you guys the trick real quick. So let's go miscellaneous. Just pick something. There we go. Okay, so we got a toilet here. We cannot set it on top of this box. But we have a very tall gentleman at one of our settlements. He needs a very tall toilet, so we're gonna fix that. We're making that up, but we're gonna fix that. So take your totem, put it by whatever you want to move, or put in a weird spot, or elevate, levitate, whatever the case, right next to it. And you want to keep other items that are craftable further away from it. So I'm hoping that it doesn't pick this up too, but we're going to check. So you keep the two items next to each other, and then you hold A on this, and it's going to select surrounding objects too. And then we can lift it up, and we can rotate it. We can place it on top of stuff by doing things like that. So we're going to give this gentleman a very tall toilet. Doesn't have to look too pretty because we're going to take it down when we're done. I'm trying to give you guys a good example. Boom. Tall toilet. And then you take the stick and you move the stick. When you select it the second time, you just press A and it doesn't select the surrounding objects. Now you have a very tall floating toilet. Very practical in the wasteland because not all the plumbing's going to work. Boom. Now you just got to empty the box. Pretty gross. But yeah, that's the crafting trick. And then on the doorways, I'm going to show you that too because you might want to fix doorways. So, wood structures, walls. It's been a while since I've done any of this, so bear with me. We're going to pick a doorway. And we're going to pick a... No, I don't want to store that. Pick a door. And then we're going to... No, we're not going to store the doorway. We're going to scrap the doorway. And then now we have the floating door. And you kind of need the initial doorway to craft the door. But door functions just like a normal door. It's always good to test it to see which way it's going to open. So it's opening outward. Let's just see if we have a door on this one at all. We don't. And you know what? It would look good with a door. So I'm just going to walk you guys through that. And you guys can see what a painful process it is to determine whether you even want to take a crack at it. Because normally the doors don't have this above it. So it's going to be hard to... Yeah, see? It's going to be really hard. So now you got to think about how you're going to do it. So I would need the bottom, because when I go up here, so it's... I can put it in the ground here. When I go up here, you can't put it in the ground. But you can place it level with the ground right in front of the doorway. So when I pick up this door, this post is going to have to be in front of the doorway, just about a foot, and it's going to have to be level with the bottom of the doorway if I want everything to look right. So, we're going to place this here. I'm going to turn on my Pip-Boy light real quick, because we're going to need a little bit of light. We're going to double check which way this opens. It opens this way. And which way do we want it to open? Because it's almost unnatural for it to open from the left like that, so it's going to open inward. Yeah, that's how we're going to do that. So, right now the door is floating. It would be hard for us to get the bottom level with this on the first try. So, we're going to put this here. We're going to hold A. See, it didn't select it. It wasn't close enough. So, we're going to rotate it. Now the meat bag's closer to the door. We're going to try it again. Hold A. Nope. We're going to get a little bit closer. There we go. Now we got both items, and we're going to drop the door until it's level with the ground. And we want to find a pretty flat spot for this, so we're going to just keep playing around until we find one. The angle will help, so rotate it a little bit. There we go. I'm going to place that there. Yep, just like that. And we're going to pick this up and we want to get it all the way up. We want it to be level. It's not really letting us do it. So we're going to place that there. We're going to select it again. Now it's letting us do it. That's as close as it's going to let us do it. That looks like it might be right. So we're going to take this over there and we're going to give it a try. Alright, it's staying red. It's not letting us do much, so I'm going to try again. Still not letting us. So we're going to put it a hair, just a hair down. Nope. This is the part where you got to play with stuff and just try and figure it out. Because sometimes it doesn't like it, sometimes it doesn't like the position. It's just weird. So we're going to go here. Select that whole thing, and we're going to try a new spot. Because that did not work out very well. It's a little bit of trial and error. See what that looks like. That is not bad at all, see? It's working out. So we're going to be able to place our doorway. Now, if you have trouble and it's too far away for you to line up properly, you hold A and you bring your joystick, left joystick, close to you, and then you bring the object closer to you so you can craft a little easier. Now, we're going to use the front of the door frame to line it up. I'm going to bring it a little closer even. That looks pretty solid. We know which direction it's going to open from. We want to place it close to the middle of the door frame. And I think that's got it. Yeah. Let's go in a little bit if we can. Yeah, it's going to let us do it. There we go. Now we take our stick just by selecting A and we move it off to the side. And we got a door now, guys. This house has a door and it did not have a door before. It looks kind of nice. So that's how you put doors on structures that don't have doors that you wouldn't otherwise be able to. And now that you know how to craft with the totem, I call it the crafting stick. If you ever hear me call it that, I'm gonna use the crafting stick. That's what this is. Really helpful when you're trying to build a custom camp or weird structures. It's how I made that double-decker apartment house that you saw at the drive-in. So, yeah, really fun stuff. Some objects you can merge that way. Just keep in mind that if you use the crafting stick to place this door, and if you take a second try at placing the door like I did, and there's an object like, say, a chair that's you crafted that's too close to the door, and you hold A, you're selecting all surrounding objects as well. So always make sure that you're only selecting what you're trying to customize. And then if it doesn't work, or you gotta try again, best option is to store that one item if it's too close to other objects and just try it all over again. So craft the item outside of the range of the other items, use the totem, and then bring that item back over to what you're crafting. And while it can be a pain, once you get good at using this to craft, you can start making some really cool stuff. So that's the crafting lesson for the day. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys built some really cool stuff with it. If you guys do build some cool stuff with it, tell me about what you built.